All right, Johan, good to see you again. I'll try to get to everyone. Hopefully I can. All right, there we are. I'll do Italian again. Yeah. I mean, there's various move orders you can do. Last time I talked about c3, d4, d6 this quickly. Usually knight f6 comes out first, but okay, let's do c3. I'm going to toy with the idea of playing d4. Bishop g4. All right, this. Let's see. Yeah, I mean, this kills d4, so just develop. This pin's not usually too big a deal as long as you keep an eye out for knight d4. h6. So generally, I'm happy to see this trade. So a4, b4 kind of induces it. So black plays a5. But at the same time, this is kind of bad for black's pawn structure. So let's take. And we'll get out of this pin and put some pressure on these pawns. Now I have d4 as an idea. But actually, I'm also toying with f4. How do I put pressure on black's position? Let's just get the knight out of the way. Look at f4. Some good tactics to learn and bad tactics to avoid. And that's a very broad question to answer. Black's looking at d5. But okay, that's fine. Right? I mean, there's standard tactics. Forks, pins, skewers, trap pieces, and so on. So you want to do those and not fall for those. But of course, they have books on all the themes. There's lots of puzzles. Yeah, now I'm pretty happy with this f-file, and this bishop's a little uncomfortable. So rook f5 allows knight h4 and doesn't achieve much, so let's just go back to f2. Knight e5. Yep, that's reasonable. Actually, I don't want to trade this bishop. And if I go here, I can play d4, and the knight's a bit low on squares. So normally I wouldn't move the bishop here, but d4 is actually, without allowing this trade, is something I really like seeing. So d5. Now it's a little slow. Now I can play d4. And when the knight moves, I'll play e5 with a lot of space. Are pawn breaks tactics or strategy? Now, I would generally say they're strategic. They might be backed up by tactics. Right, pawn breaks are meant to claim space, open up your position, activate your pieces. And there's certain tactics, depending on your opponent's response, that mean they either work or they don't. Just trade that off. This pawn's kind of weak, and these pawns are very strong. And once again, you can see how much I love these center pawns. Now the question is, how do I want to pick up this pawn? And maybe I'll just even go for this. It's a little slow. Could also go for the knight. All right, but it's 3-0, so let's activate the worst piece. And thanks to these pawns, we have this very nice d6 square. But this would be a sad tactic to fall for. All right, gotta watch the clock. 1 second. So we just load up on f7. It's under defended. Jump in here. Now we play for mate. There we go. All right, good game, Johan. Right down to the wire.